Hi there, this is online.com, and we've got a question from our free dog training formula. Beagle Shih Tzu mix. He is adorable and is friendly with everyone except my 13-year-old son. At times, Pugsley will be nice to him and let him pick him up, and at other times he will bite him or show teeth for just being. We're at the point of finding another family for him. Family is very upset and not sure what to do. He also will bite you at night if you try to move him in bed. Need help from family of a grumpy Pugsley. And so what you've got here are a couple issues. The first thing you have is respect issue, respect and leadership. Now, the first thing you need to examine is, okay, is your son being appropriate with the dog? Sometimes there's issues, and I have no clue. Sometimes they're terribly appropriate with the dog and can be antagonizing or mean or something like that. So make sure that your son obviously is respectful of the dog. But what you've got here is you've got, like I say, a relationship issue. And when you go on, achieve dominance with a dog or be the alpha or some, other stuff like that. And the reality is most everything you're going to read, like you have to flip the dog on their back and hold them there. You have to growl at them and bite their ear or bite their neck. I've heard all of these things and I've seen them all online. The reality is they're all wrong. None of that stuff really works because guess what? Your dog doesn't think you're a big part. And so if you start growling at him like a lot of dog trainers are going to tell you to do, your dog's going to be like, huh? What's that? What's that? Why are you growling at me? That doesn't mean anything to them. Or if you bite their neck, they're going to be like, dude, stop biting my neck. And so I say this just to kind of juxtapose it with the real solution, because like I say, you may have already been out there online looking for different solutions to this problem. The reality is obedience. And so that's what I need to ask you. Does your dog come when called every time? Does he stay when told, when he's asked to stay for however long he's supposed to stay with whatever distractions are around? Does he walk perfectly on leash? That's the way when you're reading about this stuff online. But that and to achieve that authority figure that you want to have. Because if your dog comes when called no matter what, if he stays when told no matter what, if he walks perfectly on leash, he's putting your will first. The more he looks to you as a leader, it just makes sense. And so the more he looks to you as a leader, the less it makes sense to grow your son. But I would be 99% certain, even without talking with you, that he's also not respectful to you. It may seem like he might be respectful because he's not doing a lot of things wrong to you. That's a question you want to ask yourself. And so your 13-year-old most likely is not capable of achieving that really great level of obedience. I'm guessing. And I was super motivated, and it still took me a while to learn how to do it. And so I'm guessing a 13 isn't going to get it done. So what's going to need to happen is it's going to have to come from you. Communicate to the dog what's okay and what's not, and to do that training, and then your 13-year-old can probably piggyback off of that effort, but it's going to be your job to get this dog completely trained so that your son can start calling him and having him come, so your son can start doing a little bit of leash walking and having him walk properly, so your son can get him to stay when told, because when he starts to see your son in that light, now that's going to make a big difference, and your son's going to have a lot more success in being, authority figure to that dog. So, time for you to get to work.